So usually a longer intake manifold will create more torque, but I've never really tried it on a VM22. So I'm going to take this bike out for a 0 to 30 and top speed with this VM22 carb and the stock link intake. And then I'm going to add 3 or 4 inches to the intake length and then take it out and do the same test. And we'll see if it actually improves performance on a VM22. So we'll see if a longer intake will at least make it quicker from 0 to 30. I'm not sure if it'll help top speed, but we'll find out. VM22 standard length intake, 0 to 30. Okay, first 0 to 30 was a standard length intake, 4.55. Let me do it again and back it up. Second attempt, 0 to 30, VM22 standard length intake. Second attempt, 0 to 30, did 4.56. So 4.55 and 4.56, 0 to 30, VM22 standard length intake. Okay, now do top speed. Top speed run, VM22 standard length intake. Top speed with the standard length intake was 60.57. Now let me switch out that intake for the longer intake and we'll see what it does. So I pulled the VM22 intake off of one of these carbs. So now I'm gonna cut it in half, or as close as I can, and then I'm gonna add this pretty much probably 3 inches of tubing. Okay, so my cutoff wheel, or my pipe cutter, was a little too wide to fit in here, so I'm just gonna cut it off with a grinding wheel. So there we go. 2-piece intake now. Just making sure that there's no burrs or anything in here, so the engine won't ingest any aluminum like this piece. All right, so there we go. Got her cut in half. So now let me add the hose to it. Pull this carb off of this intake, which I could do off the bike, but I might as well do it here. Take the slide out too, why not? Get it out of the way. Okay. Pop this intake off of here. All right. So we got the intake off. Now I can just add my two-piece intake. Okay. Got my first part on there. So now let me put my hose on here. All right, put my clamp on here. Nice and tight on there. So now I'm gonna bolt this side on the carb first. That way I get it in alignment. Because if this thing's out of alignment, it's not gonna run anyway. All right, so I got that in alignment on there. Looks like it's sealed up with the O-ring. Well, definitely gonna need some more fuel line, I'll tell you that. Okay, so let me add some fuel line to this thing. Okay, pop this fuel line on here, hopefully, and we shall see if that's long enough. Okay, yeah, good, long enough. Cool. Okay, so there we go. Extended VM22 intake. We'll see how that runs. Take her out for a 0 to 30 in top speed and see if we can't beat 60.57 top speed and 4.55 0 to 30. Okay, 0 to 30, long intake. Okay, let's see what the first 0 to 30. Long intake. 4.51. 4.51. That's a little bit quicker. Let me see if I can do it again. Back it up. Okay, second attempt. Long intake, 0 to 30. Okay, second attempt. Long intake, 0 to 30. 4.48. Even got a little quicker. So it's a little bit quicker from 0 to 30, the long intake. Let me do a top speed. Top speed run, long intake. Okay, see what it did for top speed. Top speed it did 54.51, so it lost a lot of top speed. So with the long intake, it got a little bit quicker. I think it did a 4.48 0 to 30. Both times were a little quicker, and I think a 4.51. So it was a little bit quicker from 0 to 30, but it lost a lot of top speed. like 5 miles an hour. Long intake versus short intake, BM22. The short intake did 4.55 0 to 30 and 60.57 top speed. And the long intake, it got a little bit quicker, both 0 to 30 times, 4.51 and 4.48. So it was a little bit quicker from 0 to 30, but it lost a lot of top speed, like 6 miles per hour. So definitely not a good trade-off unless you want your bike quicker and don't care about top speed. So maybe shortening this intake kind of somewhere in between, maybe that'd be a good compromise between quickness and top speed. Maybe in another video I'll have to shorten it up a little bit and try it again.